Recording. All right, guys. So we do want to welcome everybody. It's great to have you all here. It is Saturday, May 9th. And as we always do every Saturday, we are going to go through just a little bit of getting started training. I'll tell you what, guys, this comp plan that we have with Bryte Lyfe is so, man, it's so simple that it really doesn't take a whole lot of training. Okay. You just need two people to qualify for your free membership as well as the compensation plan. And you just have to simply, make enough of a list to find two people that like to travel and might want to earn some extra income. So, I'm actually gonna bring on the founder of this company, Wes Melcher. I'm gonna go through a few things with you guys first, but Wes actually has something special that he's gonna share, a couple of new videos and that kind of thing. But as always, I always love to go through the basics of what we do because if you guys think about the success in network marketing is a referral-based business, right? And we do that. That's part of human nature. Like, think about it. In fact, let me see in the chat box. Somebody tell me what's the best or number one movie that's out right now? Somebody give me an idea. Just type it in the chat box, whatever you think it is. It might be Michael. That's okay. So I think that Michael is probably one of the top movies out there. I know it's other movies as well, but Michael. Okay, so we say Michael. Now, based on that, I want you guys to think about this. My wife and I haven't seen Michael yet, so we'll go see Michael tonight, which, by the way, we'll get tickets in our app and we'll save money on it. But we'll go see Michael tonight. Now, so Lottie, she recommended that to me as Michael. Tamara recommended that to me as Michael. Wonderful, recommended that, as well. Well, let me ask you guys this. Well, now I'm going based on their recommendation, right? So I'm gonna go see this movie. I'm gonna pay to go see it. I'm gonna get popcorn and refreshments and that kind of thing based on their recommendation. Now, do they get paid for that? No, they don't. Okay, even though I'm going based on their recommendation, right? Wouldn't it be great that for them to get paid based on them recommending that movie? But we do it all the time, right? So the thing that I'm telling you guys is this: word of mouth marketing or that recommendation model is very powerful. In fact, it's so powerful that companies like Bryte Lyfe are willing to pay for it, right? So you might recommend a good restaurant to somebody. You might go on a nice trip and come back and post it all over social media, tell people about the great time that you had. But before Bryte Lyfe, guess what? You didn't get paid for that. You might get a good deal on something and tell somebody about it. Girl, look, you better go take advantage of this deal, before this sale goes off, and they go buy it, but you don't get paid for it. Guys, look, you've got to shift your mindset with Bryte Lyfe as just one of those things that's going to get people a better deal on things that they want to do, lifestyle, and guess what? You get paid for it. Okay, that's what it's all about because the system that we've got put together here just works this way. For 20 bucks, you set up your business model and it activates your share links and it qualifies you for the compensation plan. And based on active members, whatever you see in this comp plan is kind of what you get paid. And when I saw this, it absolutely blew me away because all this says is, look, when you accumulate 5 members on the left, 5 members on the right, it activates the residual comp plan at $300 a month. And what drives this? The thing that drives this is the fact that you can refer to your number one goal. See, we've got it built in where the number one goal for anybody getting involved here is to what? Somebody give me an idea in the chat box. What's the first thing that any person wants to do when they get involved in this business from what you understand right now? What's that number one thing that anybody wants to do when they get involved? Somebody give me an idea. Tell me in the chat box. If I'm brand new in this business, what is my first goal? Okay, let me see who gets this. Who's paying attention? Looks like nobody right now. Well, I'm gonna give you a hint. There we go, Casey. Okay, happy birthday. Okay, Casey gets it. Two. And Kurt actually, took it a step further. The reason that they want to get to is what? To make it free. Okay, so That's not something I have to teach you. If you understand that, you refer to it, gives you a free membership. Now, many of you all on this webinar, and I'm excited. I've got my bucket list trip coming up, but I've qualified for it. I just finalized it yesterday, and what's great about that is I got my two. I've not had to pay the 179, and guess what? This company just paid for a 5-star stay at one of the top hotels, in the country. So the bottom line, guys, is this. Some of y'all are booked for the Maldives. That's a $5,000 stay there, but the bottom line, guys, is this. Everybody understands that they just need two. Well, you have to look at our comp plan this way. It's two buckets basically that you got in your business. And what are they doing? They're collecting memberships and what multiplies those memberships to. Okay, two. People get involved. I don't care if they're not even here to make money. Guess what they are here to do? If they like the membership, they would rather not pay for it rather than pay for it. And guess what? If they refer two members, then they get that loyalty reward. So all of the numbers that you see here work off of that duplication of two. That was very important to me when I saw this comp plan. And, when I got the 1-page copy of this, guess what? I understood that, hey, based on the simple duplication of two, people could track the comp plan. They could advance in the comp plan, and they could, on the simple duplication of 2 through 15 levels, they can max out the comp plan. So again, Bryte Lyfe is just simply a lifestyle wholesale club when you think about it. And it's a private membership, no different than what you're paying with Costco right now or Sam's right now. I think about it for years, probably 20 years. I paid Costco $100, 120, 130 a year to be able to have the privilege of shopping in their club, in their stores. And guess what? I've never heard of paying a company to give them my money. But the reason that we do it is why it's the value of getting things at wholesale. Well, guys, we're the Costco when you think about it of lifestyle. Okay, because anything having to do with lifestyle, we can actually, give it to our people at wholesale, our members. Okay, so our wholesale booking engine, think about it. Wholesale price on this particular room this night in this hotel was 104. Expedia, which must charge the retail price, is 234. Well, our system went out and it found that 234 retail. It showed what the wholesale price is. And guys, look, if you understand how this wholesale versus retail works, then this will get personal to you. It'll be like, the good movie that you recommend to somebody, because when you understand this part of it, you'll tell everybody why. Because think about it. Does anybody think that we got anything available to us that Expedia doesn't have? Absolutely not. They've got this wholesale price available to them. But what do? They charge the retail price. And what do you think happens? Somebody, give me an idea. What do you think happens to that $130? It goes to Expedia. So if you were to book 5 nights in this hotel and you paid 234 a night, guys, look, $600 just went to Expedia in the form of profit. So what's the benefit of our membership? Well, if you did it through our member, if you are a member with us, that $600 goes back into your pocket. See, when you understand that, you're going to tell people about it. Or when you understand, resort weeks and how that works, excess wholesale timeshare inventory. So you might travel and might prefer a condo. Well, these 7-night stays are as little as $399, $57 per night. Well, other companies will mark this up 300 or 400% retail, right? But what do? We pass it on our members. It's a perk of the membership, no different than Costco, right? So the bottom line is this, and you might say, well, Costco's not a big deal. Yeah, they only do $250 billion a year in sales. Okay, so they're not a big deal, but they only do $250 billion a year in sales. So what does that tell us about that business model? that tells us that that business model is an effective one. So 7 night stays for up to 4 bedroom condos that can sleep as many as 12 adults all over the world, $57 per night. That's a real perk of the benefit and a perk of our membership. And guess what? If you got somebody and they travel, a lot with their family and they like the conveniences of having maybe a, full kitchen and living room and dining room and bedrooms and that kind of thing, why wouldn't you tell them about this? Or our bucket list, program, free 5-star annual stays. So you think about it. Anything that you've ever done, if you've ever set goals, you probably have had dream boards, right? I want to do this and I'm going to commit to do this or whatever. That's all this program is going to do for you. You're going to pick your top 10 bucket list destinations. It's a travel dream board. And guess what? For every year that you maintain your membership, for every year that you're an active member, we're going to award you a guaranteed 5-star 4-day, 3-night hotel stay for 2 people. Now, guys, some of you all have already been awarded. Like, let's say the La Meridian Resort in the Maldives. Okay, well, we all know, based on that retail price, that could be upwards of $5,000. Or nobody's going to Dubai right now, but guess what? That war is not going to go on forever over there. That conflict, and some of us will be going to Dubai and stay at the Palazzo Versace Hotel, or maybe going somewhere to the JW Marriott Hotel or whatever the case is. Ritz Carlton. These are our 5-star brands, $1,000 per night retail in many cases. And guess what? It's another level. Okay, so what if you got involved? What if you told somebody? It's no different than recommending the Michael movie to somebody. You recommend to somebody that, hey, you can get a free 5-star stay, wholesale travel. You can get access to all these different, things like activities and entertainment, music, sports, our, digital country club. You can get access to all of this. So if anybody is interested in any of those things, guess what? That the 199 and 179 a month is going to make sense to them. But this is what you have to understand. You refer to members, you're going to get this money back in free travel. We're going to waive the monthly fee. And even though I did that, guess what? I've just been awarded a 5-star stay. Okay. Even though, let me look down this list of who's here. In fact, let me see who has been awarded their bucket list trip. And I want to see it in the chat box. Who in here on this webinar has been awarded their bucket list trip so far? Okay, so Tim took his. He went to a 5-star hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, Tim, I want to do this. I'm gonna come to you real quick and ask you if you'll unmute. Now, Tim, let me ask you this. Do you have and okay, Tim, let me ask you this. Do you have your two?
Yeah, first
Okay.
day,
So what does this cost you every month?
$20 a month.
Okay, so your membership doesn't cost you anything. Now,
No,
explain to everybody, how nice was that hotel that you stayed in?
I've never stayed in a place like that. I mean, it was mind blowing, really, Dennis, and it was I mean, it was first class all the way.
So it was nicer than your Motel 6 that you usually stay at?
Well, I usually stay a little better than that, but it was nicer even than anywhere I've ever stayed.
And y'all have to understand, Tim played in the NBA. He's done very well financially over his life. He was one of the, top money earners in another similar company to ours, 40, 50,000 a month. So he stayed in the nicest of the nicest hotels, right? But he says that this is the nicest one that he's ever stayed in. So my point is this: he referred us to, he's not had to pay the membership. So would you say that that stay that you got, Tim, was a deal?
A deal? Yeah, it was a great deal. Yeah.
There we go. So, guys, what are we doing? We're stacking two very powerful things on top of each other. We've got access to wholesale travel. So, our company has access to wholesale travel. So, guess what? We're making things available to our membership that they would never, ever, ever experience. And in fact, I want you guys I want you to think about something, okay? Tamara, I don't know if you are available to speak because, I know you might have a client in front of you or whatever, but Tamara has been awarded the Maldives, and, Tamara, the Maldives is going to fit you well, I'm sure. But was the Maldives on your list at all to go?
Yes, it was one of my top two that I
One of
really
your top
wanted to
two.
go to.
Now, have you ever been there before?
Never. I
Did
didn't
you
even
have
know it
plans to go?
existed. I didn't know it existed before Bright Life, but when I saw it, I was like, I want to go there.
There we go. And, let me ask you this. How much has this membership cost you? Do you have your two? And is this true?
Yes, I got my two. And this is all incredible. It just blows my mind, just like Tim said. I mean, to get started, get your two and not have to pay anything else and get to enjoy all of this. This is amazing.
Yeah, there we go. Well, hey, I really appreciate you sharing that. And again, let me ask you this, Tamara. Like, you recommend the Michael movie, and we're gonna go see it tonight based on your recommendation. But um, the Maldives trip or any of the other experiences that you've had here, would you recommend that to other people as well?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Just,
now.
uh-huh.
Now we're going to AMC, so AMC is not going to send you a check, but has Bright Life ever paid you?
They pay me every week.
There we go.
So
Point
love
taken,
telling
right?
people about this.
There we go. And we're just getting started because, the bottom line, guys, is this. You have to understand when momentum, and thanks, Tamara, I appreciate you sharing that. But and point, hopefully with you guys, the point is taken. Okay. Recommend this to other people. Don't even worry about, like, I know we got a comp plan here, and I know we got a comp plan that can set you financially free. But guess what? If that's what's holding you back, don't even think about the comp plan, because I think Melcher will tell you that whether you understand this comp plan or not, if you're qualified as an influencer, you're going to get paid regardless of what happens. Because what I always try to get people to see is this, okay? Your very first step is you want to qualify with your two. Now, if you don't understand what you're qualifying for, just understand it's a free membership. You're going to get your money, your initial $200 back in travel dollars, which, by the way, you don't want to stop it to. You want to refer this membership to as many people as you can, because we're going to pay you $100 in free travel for anybody you refer, and you qualify for the entire comp plan, which can set you and your family financially free. And all we do from this point is duplicate. Three levels of the simple duplication of two is 300 a month. And guess what? You get our infamous Bryte Lyfe Black card. This is a debit card. Whatever position you get to in our compensation plan, we're going to put it on this card. And guess what? This Visa card is accepted anywhere in the world. Okay. You can pull cash off of it, whatever. So our real goal for anybody that gets involved here is we want to help you to build an asset, okay, equivalent to 5,000 a month, like life or 5,000. Now, if you're looking at it on the duplication of two, that's 8 levels. But, of course, not everybody's going to get two. Some people are going to get 10. I mean, it just kind of works out. But the numbers here that you need are 150 members on the left and 150 members on the right. Well, if we look at the residual value of a $5,000 monthly asset, and what I mean by that is how much money would you need in the bank? Let's say it's 6% interest, which we know if you called your bank, you probably wouldn't get anywhere near that. It might be 1%, but you need $1 million at 6% to make 60,000 a year, which works out to 5,000 a month. And like one of my mentors, Myron Golden, always says, if two things are, kind of arrive at the same place, they're the same thing. You having 150 members left, 150 members right is the same as you having $1 million in the bank at 6%, right? Or a million at 3%, 2 million at 3%, or however it works out. So, guys, look, make this your goal. And guess what? you think you wouldn't have somebody around you that might be interested in putting this kind of an asset in place residually? I mean, that's what's so powerful about what we have here. And guess what? As you get other people locked in on this, your organization is going to continue to grow. And guess what? 12 levels is 50,000 a month. Now, if it takes 1 million at 6%, what is this asset worth? This asset is worth $10 million. That's what you'd have to have in the bank, in order for you to draw 50,000 a month. So, am I saying you could sell this for $10 million? No, but guess what? Why would you even want to sell something that can potentially grow? Sometimes all you need to make a program like this work is a little bit of vision, guys. And that's what I really try to encourage people to do. So sometimes I remember reading a book called Acres of Diamonds. And in that book, if you've not either read that or listened to it, is one you absolutely want to read, because it talked about this guy that had a farm on the continent, in Africa, okay, on the African continent. And he always, wanted to, sell. He sold his farm. He wanted to go look for diamonds. And, he ended up tracking all over Africa, never found diamonds, ended up, drowning. But the person that bought his farm, one day was out in one of his streams, and, he noticed these stones, but he didn't know what they were. So he just, took the stones, put them on the mantle. And, one day a person that knew what diamonds were was over to the house, asked him about those stones. And he said, "Oh, these are just rocks that I got out of my stream." And come to find out, that farm sat on the most profitable, okay, most valuable diamonds, diamonds on the whole continent of Africa. So my point is, with acres of diamonds, guys, you have to understand that sometimes it just takes, recognizing what you have. Like, you all know, a few weeks ago I talked about, and I did this not to try to tell anybody what they can do or can't do or whatever, but some of our people got distracted with these crypto deals that are out there. And what I did on that training is, because you really have to understand the rules, okay? Like, if cross recruiting is a real deal. And what I mean by that is this: if you get involved in something else, like, let's say BG Wealth just went out of business, okay? They were investigated by the SEC and they were shut down. Well, BG Wealth, if you got involved in BG Wealth, and let's say that you approach somebody that you did not bring to Bryte Lyfe, you're subject to termination. You have to understand that. And if sometimes you can get terminated and not understand, well, I'm gonna be sure that you understand that if you recruit anybody that you did not bring here, like, you might be at an event and you might meet somebody and tell them about something that distracts them. And I'm going to tell you why the rule is that way in network marketing is because if Alicia brought somebody to the business, that's her business, right? That if she's serious about building this, then you have hurt her financially, okay? It's damaged financially if you pull a key person out of her business, okay, because you didn't bring that person to the business. Well, I want you to think about this. We had some people that got distracted, and of course they lost 500 or $1,000, maybe even more. And they brought other people that lost that money, and those people might be done with Bryte Lyfe, but they didn't bring them to Bryte Lyfe. Well, guys, that's something that is a very serious thing, because what if you just took that time and focused and got this done? Okay, can you see, you just cost, you cost yourself, if you lost focus, maybe $1 million asset. So we take it that serious because it is that serious. But if you've never done this before, you take all this for granted. This means nothing because you haven't been there before. But for people like myself, people like Wes, people like Tim, people like Tamara, we built businesses like this before, so we understand how different this is. So, guys, again, all we've got to do is stay focused, because one thing I'll tell you is this: when you get to this point, you're not going to look at anything else. Nobody's going to come along with some deal that might be here today and gone tomorrow and get you involved. Why? Because you're making 50,000 a month. So you got to stay focused as long as you can. Now, if you need to keep your job until Bryte Lyfe supports you financially, you do what you got to do. But don't get sidetracked, with things that many times aren't real. And what I would tell you is this as well. If it's something else that you want to do, go do it. Okay. Just don't steal. Look at it as stealing. Don't steal from other people to try to get that done. Okay. And I hope that makes sense. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to bring the founder of this company on with us, Wes Melcher. And guys, I want you guys to really give it up in the chat box for Wes. And I'm going to tell you why. Wes, no other company owner has had the heart to put something together where I challenge you, you can go look at any other company. Okay. All we did was what? Duplicated 2 through 12 levels, 50,000 a month, or duplicated 2 through 8 levels, 5,000 a month. I challenge you, find a company where if you only had 2 referrals that would allow you to make what I just showed you here. It doesn't exist. Okay. But the reason Wes put this together is because he wanted to, help other people to win. And that's what it's all about. So, again, you guys give it up in the chat box for Wes Melcher. Let's give him some sevens. And Wes, I appreciate you, man. And we will talk to, we're here. And guys, look, for all the mothers that are on the call, happy Mother's Day to you, as well. But Wes, we appreciate what you put together. And happy Mother's Day to you too, Wes. You're a single dad.
Absolutely. We being a parent, probably the most underappreciated job in the world, but obviously one of the most important as well. But and I've got some exciting things to share with everybody today. We've been working really hard. The entire team has, put in extra hours, and we've been working with our video team, and we've been working with our internal marketing team. And so we've got a lot of things that we want to share with you today. And we obviously are recording this because we've got an opportunity to really grow the business through a couple of new events that I've started here in Sarasota, but also with our 2-year anniversary coming up. And then we also have our brand new commercials that are live and available and ready for you to start using. So what I want to do is I want to share with you conceptually a little bit about the actual, let's see here, 1 second. All right. So I wanted to share a little bit conceptually about the way you can use these new videos, okay? The first thing you need to notice is that there have always been 2 different types of presentations, okay? So we have the one that's the actual membership and the business. That is the one that is found on the Bryte Lyfe sign up page. That video is going to be changed, okay, with the new member business video, okay? And we also have a member only video, and these are both available on YouTube, and they also have a vanity link, okay? So I want to explain to you why we have 2 different videos and kind of the best way to use these. First of all, I use the membership only video if there's somebody that I want to really get kind of excited, interested in Bryte Lyfe, but maybe I think they have a very short attention span. They're not going to spend 10 minutes or more, and historically, our full video has been about 20 minutes. And so these new videos, okay, we've got them all the way down to member only is 7 minutes. And the membership and the business is 10 minutes, okay? So this is crazy that we've got these videos down, and that's one of the things that's taken us so long because we wanted them to be effective, but we wanted you to have great tools and great resources to get people excited. So The membership only is 7 minutes. Okay. I'm going to give you a little preview of that. And that video is found under the vanity link. What is Bryte Lyfe? Okay. So what is Bryte Lyfe? Think about this whenever you're using to remember that video. What is the Bryte Lyfe membership? That's why we have whatisbrytelyfe.com is the membership only video. Then we also have the membership in business. That's at whybrytelyfe.com. Now, the reason you can remember that is I always tell people why Bryte Lyfe is the fastest growing and most exciting digital community in the world. And so why Bryte Lyfe explains the whole story. So it explains the membership, it explains the influencer program. So that video is 10 minutes. The What is Bryte Lyfe video is 7. I want to give you a really quick preview of these brand new videos so you can kind of see what you're going to get in terms of marketing and videos. And remember, the new Why Bryte Lyfe video will be replacing the sign up video that has been 20 minutes. It's going to be replacing that video this week on the corporate website. But these links are live. They're available. These videos are on the YouTube channel. So if for whatever reason you forget the website, you need to go get them for yourself. These videos are on the YouTube channel, and the 2 old videos that are longer and outdated now are off the YouTube channel. So those 2 videos are gone now. So now these are the 2 videos for you to use. So I want to give you just a really quick preview. Let me make sure I got my
Bryte Lyfe
audio
is the first
for you.
ever digital country club. A lot of times people say, well, what is a digital country club? Well, to be honest, it's basically a country club.
1 second, just make sure you guys can hear this.
Bryte Lyfe is the first ever digital country
If you guys
club.
could type 7s in the chat if y'all can
what
hear
is a
that
digital
video.
country club? Well, to be honest, it's basically a country club, but without borders, without walls, that you could use anywhere all over the world. That's what Bryte Lyfe is about. And it's not just golf. It's also travel, entertainment, music. With Bryte Lyfe, it's all about access. So whether your bucket list has destinations on it or it has the Masters on it, we're all about giving you access and resources that help make your bucket list dreams come true. The first benefit that we created with Bryte Lyfe was our proprietary travel search engine. We've got a collection of over 3 million hotels inside of our database. They're the same hotels you would see from the popular online travel sites that you're currently using to book. The only difference is we have a proprietary AI search technology that will go out and find the best retail price. And then those savings are shown on top of our wholesale rates that are 40 to 60% less on average than all of those other popular websites that you're used to booking. So Bryte Lyfe isn't just about access. It's also about how much we can save you on your personal travel, your business travel, or maybe even travel for kids' sporting events or activities. No matter where you're staying in the world, Bryte Lyfe has a solution for you. The reason why our prices are so low is because in the travel industry, all of the online travel companies operate under what are called price parity agreements. The difference with Bryte Lyfe is it is a private, invitation-only, closed member environment. That means that we don't have to mark any of the things that we sell up at all. So we don't operate under those price parity agreements. And that's how we're able to get you true wholesale prices on over 3 million hotels and over 175,000 unused timeshare weeks. It's not just hotels. We also have access to car rentals, cruises, private jets, yachts, and so much more. We like to tell people that for most, this is the closest thing to feeling like a celebrity or a professional athlete that most people will ever experience, because our white glove concierge service can get you into the most difficult shows, the most famous restaurants, the hottest nightclubs, the sold out concerts and events. And so being part of Bryte Lyfe will literally feel like being a celebrity. Bryte Lyfe is perfect for someone who likes to golf, but doesn't golf enough to justify a country club membership in the traditional way. Being a member of Bryte Lyfe gives you access to almost 250 private and semi-private country clubs in North America that allow you to play at a member green fee rate. And
okay, so this is the 7-minute membership only video that is found at whatisbrytelife.com. The video is live. It's available for use. Like I said, this is what I use if I don't think somebody can watch 10 minutes. I know it's down from 20. So, you know, I may not use it as much now. I may use this full whybrightlife.com the majority of the time. But the other thing is you can use this if you're talking to people about B2B. You can use it if you're talking to people about just the membership and maybe they have no interest in the business, or maybe it's somebody that just is, you know, wants to golf or wants travel and they just want to hear about the membership. Okay, so that is the first video. Now, this video is the second video, the Why
Bryte
Bryte
Lyfe
Lyfe.
is the first ever
the same
digital
first
country club.
half,
A lot of times people
but
say, well,
it's got
what
a
is digital
different
country
ending
club?
with the
well,
business.
To be available today, you could save thousands of dollars, book all of your travel
Check
that
out
you
the
have
way
on your
we
calendar,
transition
and then if you're not completely satisfied, you can cancel within 7 days and get a 100% refund, no questions asked. Traditional country clubs are built on referrals and recommendations from their members in order for people to be able to join. So Bryte Lyfe is the exact same way. The only way someone can join Bryte Lyfe is to be invited by one of our existing members. That's probably why you're watching this video right now. The only difference between us and traditional country clubs is that we compensate our influencers for their referrals. The first way you can benefit is through our Free Life program. When you have just 2 active members that you've referred to Bryte Lyfe, your $179 monthly fee will be waived for life. So that means with just 2 referrals, you could potentially be earning $30,000 to $50,000 in free vacations over the next 10 years, because all of those bucket list trips that you'll be getting every single year won't cost you a dime because you're part of our Free Life program. For those of you that want to benefit from the growth of Bryte Lyfe, we have created a revenue sharing model that has never been seen before. It's got the easiest qualification and the highest payouts in the entire industry. And so you can choose to become an influencer for just $19 a month, and that gives you access to all of our marketing and branding, meaning our system will actually do the work for you. So anytime you send an invitation through the app, it will all get tracked back to you. So if you choose to become an influencer, not only will you get that free membership after your first 2 referrals, you will also earn free travel for every member that joins Bryte Lyfe through your referral link if you're participating in the influencer program. We take a percentage of all of the gross revenue that we collect each month, and then we pay it out in the form of residual income. We pay anywhere from $300 a month in residual income all the way up to the potential of $500,000 a month in residual income. If you want to get the details and specifics on how it's earned, I encourage you to check out our Bryte Lyfe compensation video online. So you have a simple decision to make. Are you just going to become a member for the $179 per month, or are you also going to become an influencer for the extra $19 a month so you can benefit from the growth and success of Bryte Lyfe through our revenue sharing model? Join Bryte Lyfe today, get back to the person who shared this video with you, and let them know that you're ready to get started. Stop putting off your bucket list dreams and start making them come true today. Once you join, the countdown on your clock will begin.
All right, so what do you guys think? I want to hear it in the chat. We've been working on this because it's so hard to make sure we get all of the important stuff and try to say it as fast as possible, try to get people excited. We have all this amazing video footage from all these events that we've done. We wanted to be able to use all of our content. So all of the videos that are in these 2 presentations are 100% videos from our events, from the trips that we've done, the events that we've had, our recent beach day here in Florida, where we had a ton of our members out there. And so we're so excited about these new videos. We think these are going to be great. They're short, they're sweet, they're to the point. And, this is going to be such a great way to grow your business. And here's the other thing. I think that this is also going to help us grow our Zooms, because I envision the excited member or the excited prospect getting excited and then getting on the Zooms each night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific, to go to zoomviproom.com to get a little bit more in depth, to get a little bit more about the comp plan, to get a little bit more about the benefits. So if somebody's like on the fence after watching these 7 or 10-minute video, boom, all you have to do is get them on the Zoom and they should be ready to go. And I think there's going to be some people that'll be, it's $200. In this day and age, with inflation, what it is, $200 is nothing. I just, took my daughter, she made the varsity cheer team in Florida here. And so she had to get stuff for cheer, and cheer shoes are like $200. It's wild. $200 is nothing. So to get that type of benefit and value for $200, people are making these decisions in 7 minutes or 10 minutes. And so, I think we can use these videos, but pairing them with the Zooms. And so getting them on a video and then getting them on the Zoom and then getting them on a 3-way call, or getting them on one of these videos and then getting them on the 3-way call, is going to be so great for getting people involved and engaged. So let's talk about what's next. We are coming up on something that is so exciting. This 2-year anniversary is such a big deal because, I don't know if you guys have heard the stats, but it's something crazy, like over 90% of companies and businesses fail within their first 2 years. It's a scary stat. It may be higher than 90%. I've heard different numbers over the years, but it is a very, very high percentage of businesses. And I want to give you guys just a really quick kind of blast from the past. I have a video on my personal YouTube page where I predicted in August of 2024. So you can go to youtube.com/Wes Melcher, watch my video from August 2024. I call it Where I Predicted the Future of MLM. That was about 5 months, 6 months after we started Bryte Lyfe in 2024. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I just want to kind of take everybody back to April of 2024. We did a little bit of a pre-launch. Okay. So the end of March, first part of April, we did a pre-launch where we only let people become influencers. Okay. Then we officially launched our website and our app in Dallas on May the 20th at an incredible venue, Komodo, in downtown Dallas, which is one of our vendor partners, and Cody Tynan, who's one of the GMs there, a longtime friend of mine, was part of my previous company. And we had that incredible kickoff, our launch. Okay, now that was May 20th of 2024. Now, at that exact same time, there was a company that tried to copy what we were doing, and they launched at the exact same time. The name of the company, and you can go look and see, was called Nilo Life. Okay, now I told everybody that Nilo Life was trying to copy what we had, was trying to copy what we were doing, and they didn't have anything. And they launched basically at the same time we did. They bragged about how they had thousands of people sign up during their pre-launch. Okay, well, that company went out of business last year. Okay, so they're gone. They're done. They're toast. Okay. Also, in that video in August of 2024, I predicted that IML, IM Mastery Academy, a company that I consulted for from the end of 2020 until 2023, I predicted that they, by the way, were the fastest growing MLM and direct sales company in the world in 2020 and 2021. Fastest growing in the world. Okay, over $400 million in revenue. I came in to create a travel vertical for them, but I didn't know a lot of the things that I learned about that company until I was involved. And so I talked in that video in August of 24 about the fact that I thought within 18 months, that company would be out of business. Well, exactly 11 months after I filmed that video in August of actually, I think it was probably about 10 months. So in August of 2024, well, in March of 2025, the FTC came in and shut them down for exactly what I talked about in that video in August of 2024, which was that they did not have a retention of their membership because the attrition was so high, because trading is so hard and difficult. And I told everybody that the company was going to go out of business. And I predicted it, that it would happen within 18 months. And they were out of business in March of 2025. And I made that video in August of 24. And so less than 10 months. And I said it would be in 18 months, and it happened. Here's another thing that was in that video. I predicted that product-based MLMs were struggling because of inflation, because of supply chain management, because of the influencer economy, the Kardashians, the Hailey Biebers of the world, the Jessica Albas of the world. All of these influencers and Hollywood people were creating their own products, their own cosmetics, their own nutritional and wellness products and brands, Gary Brecka and people like that. And that these influencers and Temu and China were going to squeeze all of these product-based MLMs out of business, and that they were all going to be going away because they couldn't compete, because their products are more expensive, because they have to feed the comp plan to be able to keep up with companies that are doing digital products, okay? And that didn't even, and at that point, when I made this prediction, tariffs hadn't even started yet, okay? Because then Trump got elected, the tariffs started, and it even escalated all of what I'm saying. The product-based MLMs right now are in trouble. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's GLP, if it's peptides, if it's gizmos, gadgets, it doesn't matter. They are all struggling. All of those companies, sales are down, reps are leaving. Modere filed for bankruptcy. In that video, in August of 24, I predicted that big product companies, MLMs, that have done hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue, if not billions, were going to be filing bankruptcy because this was coming off of the heels of Advocare, Rodan and Fields. In fact, that Rodan and Fields closing of their MLM program happened right before I made that video in August of 24. And I said that was just the beginning. Well, here comes February of 25, and Modere on a Friday before commissions for the month before were set to be paid, closed their doors and didn't pay their reps anymore. Modere, a company that had done hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Then a lot of those reps from Modere went and tried to start another company, and guess what? That company, I haven't even heard the name in the last 4 months, okay? Because products are getting squeezed by all of these other business models that are out there. So we are sitting in a situation right now where we are coming up on our 2-year anniversary. We've already outlasted the companies that started when we did. We're outlasting companies that have done hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue and products because everybody wants to be in the digital economy. And what do we have? We have the first ever digital country club. So I want you to think about this for just a second. We have something that is not available anywhere else in the world. There is no Me Too's, okay? MWR doesn't have it. The new copycat company that Alex Morton started, Elite, they don't have it. They don't have anything, okay? And I haven't heard anything from them. The other companies that are in the trading space, Denson just mentioned some of the crypto stuff. Texit coin, by the way, I predicted that in another post last year, actually in 24, when Texit coin was going through Dallas and I was living in Dallas, and there were people in Bryte Lyfe that were like, oh, I'm going to do Texit coin. And I'm like, that's crap coin. Okay. It wasn't going to work. You can go see my posts on my page. That deal got shut down too. I'm telling you, there is no such thing as a free lunch. Okay. But there is no other opportunity in the world right now that is set up and positioned going into year 3. So we've already outlasted what 90% of companies fail in their first 2 years. We have a celebration on the horizon in 2 weeks. Now, here's the thing. I wanted to share with you guys some things today that we're going to announce in Orlando, but I can't because I don't know which components are going to be available in Orlando. In Orlando, I'm going to show it all to you. But there's some parts of it that we've been working on this stuff for a year. Okay. This is stuff that literally is going to blow your mind. Okay. So I'm just telling you right now, if you're not registered for Orlando, you are going to have more FOMO than anybody has probably ever had in terms of business FOMO, in terms of an opportunity, because everybody that's in Orlando is going to be the first to be able to get what we're going to release in Orlando. Now, it is potentially going to be limited to a special beta trial of only the people that are in Orlando. Okay. So if you want to be the first to get some of these things that I wish I could tell you today, I wish I could show you, but all I can tell you is Denson knows about some of this stuff, and Denson, I know we can't tell him about it, but in the 30 years plus that you've been in the industry, the things that we've been working on for the last year that are very close to be going live. Have you ever in your career seen the types of tools and I can't say anything more than that, but the things that we're working on that we're hoping to announce some of it in beta in Orlando. Have you ever seen anything like that, or seen something that would help someone grow their business or, become financially free in your career? You're muted. You can tell me or you can text, either way if you can. Denson. All right. Well, if I can't hear you, but here's the thing. The stuff that we've been working on has been in the works for years. Some of it involves our B2B program, and then we're building some tools that will help you make Bryte Lyfe go viral. So what I'm telling you is that once some of these things are live, and like I said, we're going to probably just let the people in Orlando be our beta test group, okay? But I'm just telling you, I've had conversations with influencers. I'm not talking about Bryte Lyfe influencers. I'm talking about real influencers that are in the influencer space that have hundreds of millions of followers. I'm not going to say any names, but we've had multiple conversations because these tools that we've been building will allow someone to share a video, to post in their stories, to share and have it go viral and spread around the world. These are some things that we had storyboarded out in 2024 that we talked about in the early days, but have taken months, if not more than a year, of building from a technology standpoint that we are developing, that we're going to go live in Orlando. So this 2-year anniversary party concept is setting up right now for you so that in 2 weeks, okay, we're recommending that everybody do these birthday parties on either May 20th, which is Wednesday, or May 21st, which is Thursday. So we're recommending that everybody do their events on those days, okay? We have the complete party planning guide for you right here, okay? So we've got pick your destination, your location, choose a spot with high energy, a gastropub, a poolside bar, a venue with a pool or a patio or a driving range, a golf course. And here's the thing. This should not cost you money. When you bring a group to one of these businesses, especially on a Wednesday or Thursday night, okay, you will find somebody who will allow you to reserve a space. It should not cost you anything. So everyone should do this. Whether you have 5 people there and it's just you and your family and you and your team, or you have 20 people there or 30 people there or 50 people there, here's the thing. You can also use my social media training and my post. We've been like at our event in Sarasota on Thursday night, we had about 65 people at that event. At our golf event last week, we had about 75 people. At my rooftop St. Patrick's Day party, we had over 100 people. And a lot of these people are prospects coming from those social media posts from the groups. So you can promote this as a birthday party for Bryte Lyfe, but it's an open networking event. So it'll allow people, what we did on Thursday, like we always do, is we passed a mic because it's obviously 75 people, so we need to have a microphone. But if you have a smaller group, you don't need a mic. You let everybody talk for 60 seconds about their business, who they are, where they're from. This becomes a networking event, but it's sponsored by Bryte Lyfe. It's our 2-year anniversary. And so here's the other thing is that you can also give away gear. Okay, so you can get merch. So if you want to order the merch that we have, the existing merch, you can get that in the store. If you order it this weekend, we will get them all shipped out this week, and everything is like $5. So just go in there, get hats, get shirts, and give it away. You can do giveaways. You can do it for the first people that sign up, or you can do it for the person who's from the farthest, or who gives the best 60-second commercial for their business. You can get creative with all of these things, and we've got all these tools and resources for you. We also have the schedule of events, a way to, run your event so you don't have to think of anything. You don't have to create anything. We've got it all designed for you. We also have an invitation. Okay, so it looks like the flyer on the screen. I'm going to post all of this stuff today. And so you've got an invitation that you can use and put your destination on there, wherever the location is. You can also put how to RSVP. You can put the address. You can put the time. We're using this as kind of a skeleton outline for you, just a way to make it work easy for you. So I'm going to share these screens. I'm going to share these posts in the Facebook group. We're also going to make a newsletter post that'll be in the back office. So you'll have that. You'll get an alert on the app as well. Now, you definitely want to do this. Everybody in the company needs to make sure that they have a 2-year anniversary party. So whether you do it on May 20th or May 21st, decide it now, talk to your team, get with your team today, put it in the calendar, lock it down, and then find your place, okay? Like I said, when you go in on a Wednesday or Thursday night, people will let you do this anywhere. You just need to have a room or an area. Or if it's just going to be 5 or 10 of you, just get a table. Make a group reservation at a restaurant. This should not cost you anything unless you want to get your team to kind of pitch in for some of the merch. But if you order the old merch, okay, the new merch we're going to have in Orlando, the old merch, we can ship it out this week. So you can go to the gear shop at brytelifegear.com, or you can click on the gear store right inside of the app in the menu. There's a button that'll link you right in there. I'm going to show you the new stuff in just a second. Now, this is something that we are starting this coming week in Sarasota. Now, for those of you that don't follow me on social media, you can follow me at Wes Melcher on my Instagram page. I have been using golf to really grow my business here in Sarasota. So we've had so many people ask to play golf and do golf activities. We had 75 people at our golf event 2 weeks ago. And so we've decided to start our own networking golf scramble. Now, here's what's cool about this. It does not matter how good you are. And the other thing is, honestly, it doesn't matter how good the course is. So I would just find a course in your local area that's a public course that wants some business. I would suggest doing it on Thursday afternoon. That's what we're doing. And here I want to tell you kind of what we're doing. We're going to do golf with depending on how many people you have, you don't need to do a shotgun start. Okay. You could do a 3:30 first tee time or a 3 o'clock. That is a late time at a lot of golf courses. You can only get 9 holes in most areas in that time anyway. So this is a 9-hole scramble. Okay. You also could do it in a golf simulator. I would not suggest doing this in a golf simulator because if you have 20 or 30 people, you can't have 20 or 30 people playing in a golf simulator. Now, you could do a golf event at a golf simulator, but this needs to be done at an actual golf course. Okay. Now, public golf courses here in Florida for 9 holes on a weekday after 2 o'clock, you can get for like $25, $20, $30. I mean, it is cheap. Okay. So what I suggest that you do is find a course that's friendly with you. Explain to them that you want to start a golf networking scramble, 9 holes, co-ed, okay, all experience levels. Call the golf course. Tell them that you'd like to do it on a Thursday. That should not be a problem at all. I've got 5 courses right now here that are fighting for my business here in Sarasota. Now, here's what I want to tell you. We're going to do a 3:30 tee off, okay? We're probably going to have to do 3 here in Sarasota because we're probably going to have 50 to 100 people at our golf because we've been doing golf already. So we've already got a big group that's ready for this. So we're probably going to have to start at 3. But they do the tee times usually, every golf course is a little bit different, but like every 8 minutes, okay? So you have 4 people on a team. If you can, you want to try to mix people up from skill levels so you don't have like all the best people on one team because it's a scramble. So for those of you that are new to golf, it doesn't matter, okay? It's all good. Scramble's easy. 4 people play, all 4 people hit, and then you go play whoever has the best ball, and you all 4 hit that ball. So this is a great way for people who suck at golf, myself included, okay, to go have fun. And this is all about networking. And here's the thing. We have so many people that have come to our golf events that have never played golf before, that don't know how to play golf. The other thing that you want to probably talk to the country club about is you may want to see if they'll do some kind of deal to let people borrow clubs or rent clubs very cheaply. The place that we used here, they have a handful of rental sets and they are letting us use those for free because we're bringing so many people. And obviously it's the afternoon, nobody's using them. So it's not like they're losing revenue. So you might talk to them about that because some people may want to play and they may not have clubs. So that's another thing you can tell people if you have that worked out where, or you also could get permission from the golf course to not require everyone to have their own set. That would be a special exception probably in most cases. So you could get permission for that because then if you're a scramble, as long as they're playing with somebody who has clubs, hopefully everybody's friendly enough to let them use their clubs. This is all just about fun, having fun, and nobody has to be good. It's not about winning. I have some ideas for some really simple prizes. Once again, I would use the golf hats that we have. They're $5. Get those and buy 10 of them or 5 of them, and then you've got the team that wins can get a hat. So then you get 4 hats, cost you $20. And if you're doing this with your team, you could get everybody to pitch in. Or here's the other thing you could do. If you have a set price with the country club, so let's say you got them down to $25 on a Thursday afternoon for your 9-hole scramble, because it's only 9 holes. Okay, and including cart. All right, that's what we're getting here in Florida. So what you could do is you could charge, if the golf course is charging you 25, you could work it out with the golf course where they charge 30 or 35, and then you could collect the extra 10 from the golf course, or you could collect money in advance. I'm going to actually sell tickets in advance just through Venmo. So that way I know who's going to play. And that is something that I would highly suggest you do, is get whatever the total cost is going to be with tax and everything with the golf course, and then come up with a flat fee to be in your scramble and bump the price up a little bit so that you can give some awards. So, if it's $25 or $30, you could charge $40. People are used to spending, $40 to play in a 9-hole scramble and meet people and network. That is nothing. Okay. Super cheap. I mean, you can't even get 2 rounds of drinks in downtown Sarasota for $40 after tax and tip. So, I mean, $40 to play 9 holes of golf and network and meet people. I'm telling you, this is going to be a slam dunk way to build your business, to grow Bryte Lyfe, to get the word out about the first digital country club. All you have to do is come back and watch this video. I literally just gave you all of the things that are important. And here's the thing. I want to show you. This is crazy. This is wild. I've just posted this post, okay? Okay, I just posted what's on your screen right now. And once again, I'm going to share these screenshots. I'm going to share these texts with you, these messages. I posted this in about 10 groups in Sarasota, literally 2 days ago. Okay, because this all has transpired in the last couple of days. All right, I want to show you this. This is crazy. All right. All right, here's one group. Okay, that post has already got 9 responses. All right. Here's another group, and they're responding all the time. Here's another group. Look at this. 28. Whoa, it's still going. Look at this. Those are all responses in 2 days. There's, holy cow, it just updated. 46 responses. Do y'all see that? 46 responses that they want to play in the golf event. With this post right here, this is in Lakewood Ranch Living. This doesn't have anything to do with golf. It's just a neighborhood here in Sarasota. Here, check this out. That's another group. Here's another one with 9. This is crazy. This one's in Venice. Here's another 6. Venice is like 30 minutes away. Nothing to do with golf, just downtown Venice. Here's another one. Here's another 6. Sarasota nightlife, 16. Okay, 16 there. And Sarasota nightlife. This doesn't even have anything to do with nightlife. Okay, I've got like 15 of these. I have over 180 comments that they want to participate in the first Bryte Lyfe networking golf scramble that's coming up this week. I'll by the end of the day, I'll have 200 plus. Okay, that's why for me, I'm gonna have everybody pay on Venmo or through Cash App or whatever. I'm gonna have my total cost. I'm gonna bump it up so I can cover the prizes, and we're gonna start this and we're gonna do it every Thursday. Now, here's what's cool. Okay, when you go play and you play 9 holes and you tee off at 3:30, you're going to finish about 6:30 because every group's going to be about 8 to 10 minutes apart. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have the golf course stay open, and we're going to have our networking event for that week, the Bryte Lyfe night, at the clubhouse when the golf is over. So everybody that's done with golf is going to stay and hang out and have drinks. And then all of our other non-golfers are going to come for our networking event. So we're going to do 3:30 to 6:30 golf. And then we're going to do 6:30 to 8:30 Bryte Lyfe night. And last week Thursday at Gator Club, we had like 65, 75 people there. And so between golf, if we have, let's just say even if we had 30 or 40 people at golf, I think it'll be more than that. Could be 50, but let's just say it's 30. And then we have our normal 40, 50, 60 come to the happy hour afterwards. And there will be probably a little overlap because some members are obviously going to want to play golf. We could have 75 to 100 people at the country club. And this is at a country club that's not even open after 6 o'clock on weeknights. You get one bartender to stay after. The country club makes a bunch of money. They sell drinks. We have fun. We do it at a golf course. We're a digital country club. I'm going to be there from, I'll get there a little early. So I'll get there at 2. I'll stay there till 8:30. We're going to sign up 30, 40, 50 people every single week for Bryte Lyfe. We're going to be able to get people to network. We're going to get people excited about what we're doing. This is crazy. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the best ways to build your business. It's already happening for me here. And you saw it. And I literally only showed you like 5 or 6 of the groups. I may be over 200 comments and RSVPs already. And I haven't even announced, the location yet. Okay. So You need to make sure if you're going to be doing you're going to be doing giveaways, you're going to be doing something for the birthday party, that you go order gear. Now, the new shirts that we did with the limited edition merch, these have already been made. They're already being shipped. Okay. So if you want to get the new gear in Orlando, you need to order now, because now the quantities are set and they're going to start selling out. These will be here before Orlando, but they will not be available for the anniversary party. So if you want to get the beach towels, the shirts, these are our new beach towels. I love the pink and blue. These beach towels are going to be epic. When you go to the lake, when you go to the pool, when you go to the beach, having these, people are going to ask about them. It gives you a big pink and blue that stands out like a sore thumb, Bryte Lyfe logo and bucket list logo. And so this has got our new Digital Country Club logo on it. We also have the new Bryte Lyfe hats that are baseball caps. They're snapbacks. It has our new hashtag that we talked about, OFTWK, only for those who know, which is also on the front of our shirts. So these are the actual shirts. They've already been made. They've already been printed. They're already on their way to us. They will not be here in time to get them for you for these first golf events that you have, or for the birthday party. So you need to order the old merch. There's only a little bit of it left. So I would get on there today, order a bunch of hats. They're $5. Get them for your giveaways, for your golf event, and for your anniversary party. Get the team to pitch in, and then bump up the cost on your golf day. I'm telling you, these things are so easy, so simple for you, that you can build your business with these activities and these things that are happening right now. And this training was recorded. We're going to upload it immediately, so it'll be available, so you can go back and watch this with your team. Make sure your team watches it, so that everybody's on board, and so that you can all use these tools, use these resources, start planning your 2-year anniversary party now. This is a massive deal. The competitors that have tried to copy us are gone. They're out of business. They're hurting. They're struggling. I'm hearing stories from MWR that they're not doing well. I mean, look, I'm telling you, we are doing things that have never been done before. Nobody can compete with us. 2 years done, 3rd year coming up, 3rd year loading. So please use these events as a way to build your business and grow your business. You've got the 2 brand new videos. Make sure you're loading people into the Zooms. I'm going to be going through some of this stuff again tomorrow night on the corporate call. So make sure you get on there 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night at Bryte Lyfe News, followed by 9 p.m. ZoomVIProom.com. Remember to start using these new videos now to get people excited, to get them interested. Then use the Zooms to close, get them on a 3-way. I'll do 3-ways. Denson will do 3-ways. Our leaders will do 3-ways. This could be one of our biggest time periods in our entire company's history. If we do these events right, we use our 2-year anniversary right over the next couple of weeks. And don't forget, the new limited edition merch will go off sale tomorrow night. So you are no longer going to be able to get the limited edition merch, the new merch that's coming to Orlando, because we only ordered what everybody ordered and pre-ordered, and then just a few extras of a couple of the most popular sizes, and that's it. So if you want the towels that I just showed you, the new beach towels, limited edition, the new hats, limited edition, the new shirts, limited edition. When they're gone, they're gone. We're not going to ever order those again. We're going to do a new merch drop at our next event, which will not be until November. So you won't even be able to get merch until then. So once again, if you're going to be doing events and doing giveaways, order merch now, not just for yourself, but order it for your team. Get with your leaders, get with your team, order stuff for prizes. Make sure you get the old stuff if you want to use it for the next couple of weeks. If you order it this weekend, we will ship all of that out this week. So you'll have the merchandise for your 2-year anniversary parties to do as prizes and giveaways. And same thing for your golf. I would order the hats to do the golf. I mean, $5, it's nothing. For the old hats, that's what I've been doing. I've been giving them away as prizes at my events here and at the golf events here. So we did closest to the pin and some other things. And we'll go through that again. It's going to be in the Facebook group. So I'm going to post those slides there so you'll know exactly what to post. You'll see my exact Facebook post that's gotten almost 200 responses in 48 hours. So I'm just telling you, this is a great way to grow your business. Think like a business owner, think like a CEO, and start putting together live events. Start using those Zooms to close. Use those 2 new commercials that are now live. They're on the websites, they're live, they're on the YouTube page. So start using them this weekend. Go watch them right now. Familiarize yourself with them and go comment on them. Go like those videos on our YouTube page. That'll help with the algorithms and help them show up. And when prospects go see it, if you have comments on those videos and the thumbs up, everybody go give them a thumbs up and comment on them. That'll help our algorithms. And also when prospects go, they'll see your comments and they'll see how many thumbs ups it has. So go watch those videos on YouTube right now today and give them a thumbs up. Make sure you're following our YouTube channel. Make sure you leave a comment on the new videos about if you have a testimonial, how much you've saved, trips you've been on, bucket list trip you've been on. Go put those on the YouTube channel. They are live right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks, Denson, for your great content as always. And I will upload this training immediately, so it will be back up and loaded within the hour so you can get your team to this video and watch this. I appreciate all of you. And if you have any questions on any of this, shoot me a message and follow me on Instagram at Wes Melcher. I'll be glad to help you any way I can. I'm in build mode. I'm recruiting. I'm doing meetings. I'm doing events. I'm doing all the things that I'm telling you guys to do. I'm the one that's picking up the step and repeat and putting it out and inviting, and I've got guests, and I'm doing one-on-ones, and I'm doing coffee meetings. I'm getting people on Zooms. I mean, I'm doing the same stuff that we're talking about. So we just need more people doing it, and we're going to be the hottest name in the industry. We're going to outlast everybody else. Everybody else is trying to make a quick buck. They're all in it for a money grab. Nobody cares about the vision. Nobody cares about the direction. Nobody has the culture and the belief that we have and what we're doing and the mission that we're going to accomplish. They're all just out there trying to make a quick buck, and that is starting to show already. 2 years done. 3rd year loading. Thanks so much for being on here today. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, brytelifenews.com, 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.